Happy Halloween! Boo! Boo! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Hello, Ruffian! Hello! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! I feel like it's been such a long time that we could just enjoy our time together.
All right.
Bye-bye!
Are you ready for comfy?
Comfy, spooky, Halloween evening together.
A bit quiet. Cozy.
Right, and look, we have a special Halloween room. Very cozy. Comfy. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, but hopefully your eyes will adjust. But today we're gonna be telling some spooky stories that you wrote.
You did it for a second time today.
I did! Ruffians. You know who we are, right? I'm the Mokoko.
You're not.
And even more than that, I'm not a Chihuahua! I'm FUWAMOCO!
I'm not FUWAMOCO.
And... You said and. That's not part of the script.
And. Hashtag.
Please
and.
don't.
I am not FUWAMOCO. I'm Mokoko.
Together we're FUWAMOCO! Bye-bye! Very quiet FUWAMOCO. We want it to be comfy, you know? And sometimes FUWAMOCO, our energies are just a bit of a lot. No.
Maybe a bit. Comfy.
No coats today, no, because we're getting extra comfy.
What happens if the ruffians fall asleep?
Then,
trick or treat.
there might be a scream suddenly. And you might wake up.
Considering it's us, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. But then be happy because then you'll be able to spend more time with us.
Be happy for the screams. You know it.
Yeah. Moko-chan belly button spotted. Should be focused on more spooky things like the ghosts. Don't you see some ghosts in the back? Some dots? There's Moko-chan's belly button, but today we're reading your spooky stories. A few days ago, a very short deadline, we asked you, Ruffians, if you could write us some spooky stories. You know, anything you know. Kind of scary, kind of silly. Maybe from real life, those kind of things. And Ruffians, you did so amazing.
Yeah.
We had over...
we had hundreds
hundreds of amazing creative stories written by you. Thank you so much, Ruffians. We are looking and reading through them all, and there's so much love and creativity.
Yes, hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds on such a short time frame too. The Ruffians are maybe just waiting for this moment.
Maybe.
Well, hopefully the majority of them aren't from real life.
It's all fantasy. It's all fiction, okay? Today is just fiction.
Are you sure? Can you say that for true?
Yes.
Yes.
It's all fiction, okay?
Well, that's
no
true.
scary stuff.
And
it's just a spooky story time, okay?
Yeah. So we'll be reading a bunch of stories from the Ruffians. Actually, Ruffians originally, FUWAMOCO. We planned to scare you with a story written by each of us.
Yeah.
But we decided that we wanted to have as many stories written by the Ruffians as possible. So today it's just
maybe
Ruffian
not today.
Story. Yeah. Next time maybe. Yeah. We're gonna do our best to read as many as we can, but there's not so many hours left in Halloween night. So we have to do it before it gets a bit too dark, a bit too scary. Yeah. Wow. We prepared a bunch of them, Moko-chan.
Mane-chan chose them for today.
So,
I wonder what we have.
I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit scared. muffins.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Do you have some candy?
Oh,
So,
I thought you were gonna say, do you have some candles?
candles would be good too. Maybe some hot apple cider. Okay. Wow.
Should we go on to our first story then?
Is it okay if I read the first story, Moko-chan?
I guess.
Okay.
Hi.
Get ready, Wolfians. This first story is written by Kasuma. There once was an abandoned cabin in the middle of a deep, dark forest. Many test their courage by wandering inside, but this time, 2 young students went to test their courage, unknowing the dangers inside. The 2 looked around the cabin and noticed how destroyed and deteriorated it was when suddenly the door slammed shut. They were trapped inside. They tried opening the door, but it was jammed shut. They were terrified and wandered around to find a different exit, but all the doors and exits were shut. They couldn't leave. Afraid, they screamed for help, but no one was coming. It felt as if the walls of the cabin were slowly closing in on them. They tried pounding and screaming on the door, but no help arrived. The walls closed in more, their breathing becoming heavy, and their eyes began to water with tears. They were alone and trapped in their demise as they became the cabin's next meal. They closed their eyes and hugged each other, sure that it would be their last. The walls closed in tighter around them. They said their goodbyes. They said their regrets. They said their dreams. The cabin then finished its meal. The 2 students have never been seen since. No one knew of their demise, and so more and more foolish students and explorers became meals for the living cabin. They all met the same fate, consumed by the walls that housed them. They all went missing to those who knew no better, and the cabin still stands looking for its next meal. Bow bow. Thank you, Kasuma. Moko-chan. I don't like the fact that it's 2.
I'm not a meal.
2 friends? 2
It's okay, we're not 2 friends.
guard dogs?
We're not 2 friends.
I don't know.
Is this because our den is a bit small?
It's like it's already all closing in on us right now.
Now I'm actually starting to feel a bit like, whoa.
Then we better share our dreams. Our
I feel like we do that enough.
Our final thanks.
I feel like we do that enough.
What the ruffians mean to us. The important things before
Ruffians.
the end.
Ruffians. Don't we already do that a lot? You don't want to hear that stuff anymore, right? Like what the ruffians mean to us or anything like that. Right.
No, say it more. Say it more. We're busy telling spooky stories. That's the kind of day it is today. Not Ruffian Appreciation Day. Although that should be every day too, right?
It is every day.
Thank you. Are you feeling okay, Moko-chan?
I feel nervous for many reasons.
Really? Well, I feel like our first spooky story was very traditional, you know. I'm very, very excited, to see the other ones as well with such the spooky story start, right? Moko-chan needs her paw held. What do you think, Moko-chan?
I would like that.
Well, should we go on to our next spooky story?
I know that I'm supposed to read some too.
Yeah.
But I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
I can't read as well as FUWAMOCO.
They're too spooky.
Sure.
You can do it,
It's
Mokoko.
okay.
Gabatte,
It's
Mokoko.
scary for many reasons.
Oh. Do you have the courage?
Mm,
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe you'll work your way up to it. Okay, well, we'll go to our next spooky story then. This one is written by a ruffian named Mas Manton. Night of the Dog Walk. That's the title. Wow. Rufford Chatterson is out for a walk in a park on a cold autumn night. He's minding his own business when a young woman with half white and half black hair stops him in his tracks. "Mister, can you help me?" the woman asks. Rufford, enchanted by her beauty, quickly agrees to help. The woman smiles, then whistles towards a bush. From the shadow of the shrubbery, two small dogs emerge and come running towards Rufford and the mysterious woman. Rufford notices that one of the two dogs is fluffier while the other is fuzzier. "I'd like you to walk my two dogs for a little bit, just one lap around the park and then bring them back here to me afterwards," the woman says. Rufford, confused yet wanting to impress, nods in agreement. The woman hands the two dogs leashed to Rufford. He is about to set off to walk the dogs when the mysterious woman gives him a word of warning. "You can pet them, play with them, anything you want, but no matter what happens, do not touch their ears and tails." 15 minutes have passed since Rufford took the strange woman's two dogs for a walk, and so far it's been uneventful and pleasant. Both dogs are incredibly obedient and just follow him quietly with no fuss. Rufford decides to take a short break and sits on a park bench. The two dogs sit right next to him on the walking path and look directly at him. Then they start wagging their tails left to right and flipping their ears up and down. At first, Rufford pays no attention to the dogs, but the longer they wag their tails and move their ears, the more he can't stop looking at them. He tries to remind himself of the woman's warning. No matter what happens, do not touch their ears and tails. However, the temptation is overwhelming. What's the worst that could happen? Rufford thought to himself. Rufford leans towards the two dogs with both hands stretching out to them, his left hand to the fluffy one's ears and his right hand to the fuzzy one's tail. His hands inch closer and closer until finally he touches them. Satisfied, Rufford sits back on the bench, sighs in relief, then stands back up to continue walking the dogs. Not long after, Rufford begins to feel weak. His legs cramp, his arms feel heavy, forcing him to fall onto the path. Bewildered and fatigued, Rufford crawls on all fours to get back to where he met the mysterious woman. Rufford gets to the exact spot, and by this time, he can no longer stand up. The woman reappears from the shadows and slowly walks towards Rufford. He tries to speak, "What's happening to me?" But all that comes out of his mouth is the sound of barking. Bow, 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 bow. Rufford is terribly shaken by his inability to speak. I told you not to touch their ears and tails. It's too late now, the woman tells Rufford. When Rufford looks at his hands, they are now all fluffy. When he looks at his legs, they are now all fuzzy. He has dog tail and ears and hair all over his body. Well, I guess you're one of them now. The woman says there's 100 of other dogs that look just like Rufford come out of every corner of the park. Together, they all bark in unison. Bah, 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 bah! Rufford tries to resist it, but he can't. At the last traces of his humanity devolves into pure canine instinct, he joins in on the howling. Bah! Bah! Bah, 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 bah! The end. Bow, bow.
I didn't like that one.
I knew you wouldn't like that one, Moko-chan.
I guess that's a compliment. Hi.
Wow! Rufford. Rufford. Did Rufford become a demon dog? If that's the case, that's
No,
happy.
he became a ruffian.
Oh. Rufford the ruffian.
I'm happy he became a ruffian though.
I too.
His name is too good to not become a ruffian.
Wait, Ruffy, does this mean that you're extremely fluffy and fuzzy too? On the
I
legs
hope that
and the arms.
all
Wow.
Ruffords and Ruffuses and what else? Ruffle. Like Russell, Ruffle. That they become ruffians too.
I don't know about that. Ruffle. Ruffle the ruffian. Ralph Berto, Rufford. Rufford. Ruffles the ruffian.
Happy ending. Was that a happy ending?
Was it? I wonder who the lady was though.
Really?
Yeah.
Shuri.
That makes sense, Mister. Mister, can you help me? I feel like she already says Mister a lot. If you wrote gosh golly, I would have known for sure.
Gosh golly, my dogs need walking.
Just like that,
Right.
right? Korone senpai. Oh, I guess I should have known with the half white, half black hair. Yeah. Thank you, Mathmatan. I like that one.
It's just fiction, because you would never touch your ears and tails.
Right. Right, Ralphie.
It's just fiction.
Just fiction. Yeah. Good story. That was a good
Never.
one, right?
Never.
The Ruffians are so creative.
They are, but
so good at word crafting. But
it was spooky.
it was spooky, yeah. Yeah. Moko-chan. Do you want to try reading the next one?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do my best, okay? Okay. Okay. Enjoy my story reading, okay?
The goal,
It's a
Moko-chan,
rule.
it's not for the ruffians to enjoy. You have to scare them. Okay? You have to make them feel a shiver up their spine.
Ruffians, so far are you enjoying it? Or are you scared with the shiver up your spine?
That's a good question. You know the answer. Moko-chan just told you the answer. Why are you saying enjoying it, huh? A little bit of both.
1,000% scared.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do my best then, okay? This story is from Barracuda Hunter. There once was a certain demon dog, round of shape and white of fur, who had something of a sweet tooth. When it came to delicious desserts, he loved pastries in particular, especially the tasty ponder rings from a certain shop in Akihabara. However, the two other demon dogs who lived with him would never share whenever they came home with such treats, telling him that he was round enough already. But one chilly October evening, When his two companions had gone away for guard dog training, the round demon dog knew it was finally his chance to savor the delectable confections that he had been denied for so long. He made his way to the donut shop in Akihabara, hurrying to arrive just before it closed, and there he ordered 12 ponderings all for himself, laughing wickedly as he took the box containing his yummy prize and began to walk home under the setting sun. As the pudgy demon dog walked home in the ever-encroaching darkness, he felt the cold wind blowing against his white fur and couldn't help but shiver. Feeling eager to devour his prize snacks, but determined to wait until he could return to the comfortable warmth of his home, he gently opened the lid of his takeout box to whet his appetite by gazing upon the glazed, chewy goodness within. To his surprise, the demon dog noticed something odd with the container. Counting the tasty orbs of the ponderings one by one, he realized that there was only 11 mochi donuts inside, but he was sure he had ordered 12. Did the baker make a mistake? Had he misspoken after all when placing the order? No matter, the demon dog thought, as he was determined to enjoy this rare opportunity to gorge himself, and he wasn't going to let a single missing pondering ruin his plans. But as the ever-encroaching night began to shroud the russet autumn leaves in shadows, and the persistent breeze grew even colder, the demon dog felt compelled to check his prize again, hoping the appetizing sight would cure his worsening mood. When he opened the box this time, however, he found that there were only 10 ponderings inside. Impossible! He thought, instantly closing the lid in belief. But when he opened the box again, there were only 9 ponderings inside. Is this some kind of prank? He wondered aloud. Is there a hole in this box? The demon dog quickened his pace, feeling uneasy in the cold labyrinth of alleyways leading back to his home. Again and again, he checked on the ponderings in the box, finding 8 remaining, then 7, then only 6. It was almost as if something was eating them right out of the box. With the light above his front door finally coming into view, he began to run at nearly full speed, his confusion and frustration quickly turning into fear as he kept opening and closing the lid of the pondering box. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. Only 5 left now! No, wait, there's only 4, 3, 2... What's this? This can't be happening! Hurrying through his front door and slamming it shut behind him, the demon dog found himself stumbling into his darkened kitchen, as the light bulb had been out for quite some time, and he set the eerie donut box upon the kitchen table. The box seemed to exude a sinister aura, and the demon dog was almost too afraid to look within it again. But even so, he really wanted to eat those ponderings, and so slowly, fearfully, he began to lift the lid once more, and inside was only a single pondering. Phew. At least I can eat this one. In relief, he accidentally let go of the lid, gasping in terror as it naturally fell shut in front of him. No! The demon dog rushed to open the box again, hoping against that it would be not empty. But in his rapidly beating heart, he already knew. Lifting the lid one final time, he saw not a single remaining treat inside. With his heart pounding faster than ever, the demon dog's mind raced desperately for an answer, when suddenly the kitchen light flashed on, filling the room with blinding light and at last revealing the horrifying truth. That every last ponder ring which had been inside the box was completely stuck to the lid! With his heart already pushed to its limit, this final shocking revelation was too much to bear, and the demon dog fell to the floor with a thud, and the pounding in his chest suddenly stopped. Forever. Later at his funeral, the 2 guard dogs in training who lived with him were surprised to see that the service had been prepared with a closed casket. Given the nature of his passing, there shouldn't be any reason for something like that. right? Cautiously, the two stepped forward to pay their respects. But when they gently lifted open the coffin to say their final goodbyes, the demon dog's body was stuck to the lid!
Baba.
I didn't like that one either.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Not the lid.
Sometimes that happens to me, but...
The getting stuck to the lid
No,
part?
no,
Or
no.
the getting stuck to
No,
the coffin?
like the stuff disappearing.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
You get stuck to the lid.
I don't get stuck to the lid. No.
Moco-chan, we sleep
No.
in a bunk bed coffin.
Why would I ever sleep in a coffin?
Right.
That would be too scary.
Too scary.
I mean-
scary.
Our den is pretty small, but
Yeah.
not that small.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a spooky story. A horrible, terrifying story.
Although the getting upon the rings part is nice, but then
That's-
having them disappear
the
is sort of
happy part.
disappointing.
Yeah, this is disappointing, huh? You expected the box to be sentient, but the plot
Oh.
twist was a surprise.
Oh.
Right. See, I wonder though. Usually, it only gets stuck to the top if it's like a thick sauce. Sauce.
Sauce.
Donut sauce.
Donut sauce. What's the
Frosting.
glaze?
Glaze.
The
Yeah.
donut sauce.
Yeah.
Oh.
But see, FUWAMOCO, we usually don't go.
What? Donut sauce.
Donut sauce. Usually we just get the glaze one.
What?
It's not too much like a nice sugar glaze. A glaze,
Yeah,
sugar
yeah.
glaze, right? So it shouldn't get stuck.
No.
And actually, Miyamoto, see, they know this happens.
No.
They know.
They're prepared.
They're prepared. They actually also give you little pieces of paper so you don't have to directly touch the donut, which is happy. But they give you a nice, really long box.
That's if you buy 12 though.
Oh, a 10.
10?
Yeah, you get the long
12?
box. I think 10 fits into one
I
of
think
the
most
box.
places sell donuts in a dozen.
I don't know. I think it was 10, but it looks like a bus and it's really, really cute.
Donut sauce?
Donut sauce.
But the saddest part, well, Mr. Donut is good for this, but I know sometimes I see online when someone will get a donut and then they open up the packaging and then the donut slice, it's all stuck to the packaging.
That too.
It's sort of a horror story in itself,
That
you know?
too, yeah. Which is scarier though? This or that? This. I don't want to end up as a human coffin sauce donut. No. Yeah. Bao Bao. Thank you so much, Barracuda Hunter,
Thank
for the
you.
story. Bao Bao. Wow. Ruffians are not too scared, right? Right.
You're not too
Bao Bao.
scared?
Bao Bao. Okay, well, maybe if you're not too scared, we'll go on to the next spooky story.
Okay.
So comfy to be scared. Well then, maybe I'll just have to turn on our ambient noises then. Well, Moko-chan, is it okay if I read this next story?
Okay.
Okay. This next story was written by Dame-yan Bao. Once upon a time, there was a mysterious disease that spread across the Northwest Passage, affecting thousands of ruffians in its wake. Oh no, what should we do? Fuwawa asked Mokoko sadly. I don't know, replied an equally anxious Mokoko. I want all of the ruffians to get better soon. As if answering their call, a black figure slowly emerged from the shadows. As it approached them, they could make out a beautiful woman in a black dress with pink hair and a giant scythe on her back. Standing before the two guard dogs, she broke the silence. Want to save the ruffians, huh? Don't be distraught. Things will work out fine if you do as you're taught. By the beds of those who fell ill, you will be able to see the spirit of a round, white, furry undertaker, as cruel as he can be. But fret not, for I have a spell to keep him at bay. Clap twice and shout, "Hallo, hallo, bow, bow," and he'll be driven away. Do remember though, this only works when he appears at the foot of the bed. If he shows up by their head, they already belong to the land of the dead. With those final words, the mysterious pink-haired lady faded back into the shadows from where she came. The siblings looked at each other and gave each an understanding nod. Wasting no time, they rushed to the side of the ruffians who had been afflicted with a disease. At the foot of each of their beds was a round, white, furry creature wearing a devilish smile, as if it were enjoying its job delivering the ruffians to the underworld. The twins knew what they had to do. Hallo, hallo, bow, bow! One after another, FUWAMOCO drove away the spirit of the Undertaker, Perotino, from each of the ailing ruffians. One after another, they were miraculously cured, as if they were never sick at all. The girls jumped with joy. They couldn't believe it actually worked. They worked doggedly to save each and every one of their precious fans. The sun starts to set. They've spent their entire day working with no rest in between. As they are walking towards the next ruffian, Mokoko noticed Fuwawa breathing heavily. Are you okay, Fuwawa? Fuwawa musters up what energy she could and tries to give her sister a reaffirming smile. We need to save the smiles of all the ruffians, no matter what. Okay, Moko-chan? With that, Fuwawa claps to the ground, losing consciousness. Mokoko rushed to her sister's side in a panic. What's wrong, honey? I can't do this without you. Mokoko checks Fuwawa's temperature, holding her hand to her sister's forehead. As she feared, Fuwawa is hot to the touch. Mokoko picks up her sister and rushes back to their home. She lays her unconscious sister on the bottom bunk of their bed, a spot usually reserved for herself, but she'd give anything up to have her sister in good health again. Mokoko tries to calm herself. If this is anything like the other diseases, she knows what to do. Mokoko holds her sister's hand and waits patiently for the Undertaker to appear. She does her best to fight off her drowsiness deep into the night. And just as her vision starts to blur, an apparition comes into sight. A round, white, furry spirit, one that she and her sister had been exercising the whole entire day. However, unlike the other instances, instead of showing up at the foot of the bunk bed, it appeared right next to her sister's head. A shocked Mokoko recalls the pink-haired lady's words. If she shows up by their head, they already belong to the land of the dead. Mokoko refused to believe it. She was determined to get her sister back no matter what. She grabbed Perotino by the scruff and tossed him to the other end of the bed. Hallo, hallo, bow, bow! The Undertaker fades away with a scowl on his face. Mokoko, still holding her older sister's hand, feels her temperature returning to normal. Mokoko breathes a sigh of relief, but then hears a voice behind her. Oh my, what have you done? The pink-haired lady had returned. But then suddenly, she takes the scythe from her back and rips open a portal to a different dimension, changing her tone. Let's you and me have some fun. Mokoko takes another peek at her sister's sleeping face. I'll be right back, okay? She wasn't sure if she was trying to reassure her sister or just herself. She steps through the portal and ends up in a tatami room filled with a seemingly endless amount of candles. The pink-haired Reaper follows her, explaining, "Each candle here represents the lifespan of all the ruffians, including you and your sister." She notices an altar against the wall with pictures of her and her sister, each accompanied by a candle. By trying to play death, you swap lifespans, all because you missed her. The pink-haired Reaper was right. Fuwa's candle was full and burning brightly, but Mokoko's, it was nearly out of wax. The Reaper continues, "I'm no devil, so I'll give you one last chance." She hands Mokoko a new candle. "If you can transfer your flame, then you can continue your song and dance." Mokoko's hands tremble, holding her 2 candles, her life in her own hands. She gives herself a pep talk to prepare, but then the scent from the candles tickles her nose. Achoo! The extremely violent sneeze blows a gust of wind that spreads across the expansive room, shaking the very foundation of the pocket dimension they were in. All of the flames inside the room flicker, struggling to keep themselves alight, and then the Reaper sighs. "Business as usual, I suppose."
I didn't like that one.
Bobo!
Bobo!
No Tascado! Maybe the fact there is no Tascado was the scariest part of this story. Bobo! Thank you so much, Dame-yan!
Thank you. Thank you, I guess.
Are we just gonna die
for
again?
killing me, spoilers.
Oh no! Oh no! That was the scariest yet. Moko-chan, that's exactly how you scream, right?
It sounds exactly like me when we play Donkey Kong.
Exactly right. I think we all died. It's that scary. Yeah, that's true though. Moko-chan, when you sneeze, it has a tendency to have the ruffians react kind of in a big way. Almost like you stop their hearts.
I'll stop your heart with my sneeze.
Right. Mokoko, when someone pokes her in her belly button.
What?
Don't make me feel tempted.
No temptation.
No temptation, no. The only temptation is the candy. The Halloween candy. Right?
Trick or treat, ruffians.
Ruffians. What kind of yummy snacks are you eating right now?
I know. Was it B-Boy? She did the list.
Right. Reading the Halloween candy, right? Broccoli. Truly the spookiest story. Deer jerky, even spookier.
Broccoli and deer jerky, that's what you like for Halloween.
Tofu.
I'll remember that.
That's healthy.
Tofu, broccoli, and deer jerky. Got it.
Yeah.
No spooky stories. I'll bring you deer jerky instead.
No, get better soon, okay? Ice cream. Coconut chips. Better than chocolate chips. Absolutely. Demon dogs too. Okay, ruffians, maybe you're just trying to scare us now with the tofu and the scorpion skewers and not.
Are you not being serious? Are you eating deer jerky right now? I don't know.
Actually,
That's
jerky
strange.
kind of sounds yummy. Moko-chan, what if we were to do like jerky eating ASMR? You know, like sometimes there's like the kitten ASMR. Kitten eats like a steak. And it's like, right?
Like that.
What's wrong with deer jerky? No,
That would be awesome. I think that would be gross.
I don't know.
Isn't it gonna sound gross if you're like,
Yeah. Kong chewing ASMR. We're demon dogs.
What?
We're not dogs. We're demon dogs. We don't need any Kongs. Just Donkey Kong.
We follow manners, respect.
Yeah.
Got it.
The more gross, the better.
No.
Oh my gosh, ruffians, you're wild.
I just feel extra spooky today, huh?
Extra spooky. Well, Moko-chan, shall we move to the next spooky story here?
Okay.
Are you too scared? Should I read it? Are you feeling brave?
I'll do my best.
You'll do your best. That's
Or
good. Or
maybe I won't.
Moko-chan.
Maybe later.
Okay. Then I'll read this next spooky story. Wow. This next spooky story was written by a ruffian with no name. Bow bow. Fuwawa woke up to get ready for another FUWAMOCO morning. She would never admit it, but she was looking forward to Mokoko's struggle with the weekly Natto challenge. But when she got out of bed, she was surprised to see Mokoko was not there, and a light was on in the other room. That's strange. Didn't that light bulb die? She thought. Fuwa opened the door and saw Mokoko at the step stool. She had changed the light bulb. Looking around, Fuwa noticed that all of the other burnt-out light bulbs were replaced as well. Moko-chan! You replaced the lights? Of course, Mokoko shrugged. It's important to replace them. She seemed oddly emotionless, but Fuwawa wasn't about to question a good thing, so she got ready for the stream. Hello, Baba! Fuwawa shouted excitedly as the stream started. However, Mokoko was silent. Moko-chan! Fuwawa thought Mokoko was plotting something silly like she often does. But Mokoko stayed expressionless. Moko-chan, are you okay? Fuwawa called out again, more concerned, lightly shaking Mokoko's shoulder. Mokoko blinked slowly. Bow, bow. She finally said in her normal tone. The tension left Fuwawa's body, and the stream continued as planned. But Mokoko seemed less expressive than usual. She must be tired, Fuwawa thought. Well, it's Monday, and you know what that means, Fuwawa said, bringing out the natto. Right, Mokoko calmly responded. She took the natto from Fuwawa and began eating it as if it was the most normal thing in the world. Moko-chan! Fuwawa was shocked. Ruffians! She's eating it! The chat came alive as ruffians laughed and rejoiced. Of course, Mokoko shrugged like before. It's important to finish your food. She was speaking in the same flat tone as earlier. Fuwawa could tell something was wrong, but couldn't just end the stream. She began to rush through the remaining segments, and it was clear that the ruffians were becoming suspicious. They could tell something was off, but did not know what it was. Fuwawa did not want to feed into their concerns, so she ignored the chat, going faster and faster and faster through all of the planned segments. And after what felt like the longest FUWAMOCO morning, the stream was finally over. Mokoko, what's wrong? Are you feeling okay? Fuwawa was worried about Mokoko, but she was also afraid. There was an unnerving sensation that she could not place, as she felt a distance between her and her twin, which she never felt before. I'm just tired. It's fine, Mokoko said. Do you want to go back to bed? We still need to stream this afternoon. Mokoko nodded. It's important to rest when you're tired. Mokoko turned around and returned to the bedroom. She must have been really worn out, Fuwawa muttered to herself, looking at the time. Moko had been in bed all day, and the afternoon stream was only an hour away. Fuwawa headed to the bedroom and knocked gently on the door. Moko-chan. She paused for a moment before opening it. Normally, she wouldn't feel the need to knock. They're sisters and have always shared a room. But that distance she felt between them lingered in her mind and caused her to knock without thinking. When she opened the door, she noticed Mokoko was not in bed, but was sitting on the floor in the corner of the room. She was holding her phone and was looking closely at the screen. But when their eyes met, she quickly put the phone back into her pocket. What are you up to? Fuwawa stuttered. She felt uncomfortable, but could not tell why. I was just tweeting to the ruffians. The stream starts soon, so let's go. Mokoko seemed full of energy and back to normal. Sorry if I worried you, Fuwawa ne-chan. This last statement caught Fuwawa so off guard. She just stood there, blushing. Mokoko walked across the floor, gave her sister a light hug, and exited the room. A sickly sweet smell clung to Fuwawa. It stuck to her throat and made her dizzy. Did that smell come from Mokoko? Fuwawa never smelled anything like that before. Hello, hello, Baba! They said it in unison this time, and Fuwawa sighed in relief. Earlier, she was worried that they would have to cancel the stream, but everything seemed okay now. They were playing a new game today, and Mokoko seemed fine. She was playing well, replying to the ruffians in chat, and was acting extra affectionately with Fuwawa. Things were better than okay. They were great! If only Fuwawa could figure out what that strange, sweet smell was. Hours had passed, and the smell was now overwhelming. Ruffians, is it okay if we take a quick break to get some water? Fuwawa asked as she changed the stream over to their waiting screen. Do you want a drink too? She asked Mokoko, who smiled and shook her head. In the kitchen, Fuwawa sipped at some water and took in the fresh air. She knew she had to head back soon, but wanted to check something first. What did Mokoko tweet when I went to wake her up? She pulled out her phone to check Twitter. There were no new posts, just messages from ruffians asking if the stream was cancelled and why there was no tweet. The fear she felt this morning returned. Mokoko was hiding something. Just then, the phone she was holding rang. The call display showed it was her mom, who would normally never call when they're streaming. Fuwawa picked it up, and her mom began screaming before she could say a word. Fuwawa! Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine. What's going on? The police just came to the door. They found Mokoko walking barefoot on the side of the highway. She says she has no clue how she got there. Are you sure you're okay? The smell was now so strong that Fuwawa felt like she would be sick as she slowly turned to face the room she was just in. Baba!
I didn't like that one.
Moko-chan, you say that every time. Baba!
Baba!
Oh my gosh, wait. Then who was in the room? Who was making the sickly sweet smell?
A beautiful flower.
A beautiful flower?
A beautiful flower. Yeah.
Who was on the phone?
Flowers can tweet.
Mama puppy.
Mama puppy.
Mama puppy. Who was the phone? Who was the phone? The phone was the phone. That was
And
actually
Twitter
kind
is
of scary.
Twitter.
I'm sorry for scaring you. It'll be alright now, though. Who was the phone? マジでわかんないよこれ。
What?
I don't understand.
Hi.
Hi.
Ruffians are silly because it's Halloween. Hi.
Silly. It's a meme. そうなんだ。Oh.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Ruffians are silly. Even on Halloween night when you're supposed to be spooky.
Oi.
I guess.
Why do you think that I'm not the real Mokoko right now? Listen.
How, That's not very convincing with that face, Moko-chan. I don't know, Ruffian. Should I take a good sniff of Moko-chan? Should I?
Please don't.
I already tried to touch Moko-chan's belly button today.
And I was not a fan of that.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Should I do it?
No. Don't.
Oh no! What's gonna happen if I try to smell Moko-chan?
Don't. No. No. No.
Oh.
I'll run away.
Oh. I can tell you it doesn't smell sickly sweet, so yay.
I feel like it'd be better if it did.
I don't know. My nose feels a bit fuzzy now.
What is that supposed to mean?
I regret it. I regret it, Ruffians. Fuzzy nose.
No! No! It's colder now, okay, Ruffians? No sweat.
Yeah.
It's colder now, okay?
Yeah. See, it's only 26 degrees in here. That's
comfy for you during spooky stories, right?
Right. Yeah. Moko-chan no no ga niyau.
No?
Moko-chan, no suits you very well.
No.
Yeah, you say no in a very good way.
What?
A way that makes me want to ignore it.
What? What?
26 is kind of warm. It's comfy.
It's comfy. Yeah.
Right. Usually when we play scary games, it gets very, very hot.
You said that like it's spooky.
Very,
very hot.
Well, Ruffians, should we start our next spooky story? Moko-chan, do you want to read this next one?
I guess.
Okay. Get ready, okay?
I'll do my best. This next story is called... it's by Ethan Proctor, and it's called Halloween Night. The day has ended. It is now night. Uprise the creatures who make our frights. A vampire, a werewolf, or spooky ghost. These dark, twisted creatures join the host. For tonight, you see, is Halloween, so monsters know they will not be seen. As children hunt for candy treats, the monsters stalk among the streets. But fear not, they are here with you, for they wish to trick or treat too. They love this time for decorations and for all the kind salutations. They like to see your nice costumes. They enjoy the busy streets not filled with fumes. But the reason they come out all in force is one simple thing. Candy, of course. A chocolate for a fetid witch, a fruit roll for a swamp man fish. Peanut butter and chocolate sweets fill the spider's hands and feet. Dracula likes red hot suckers and sour treats that make him pucker. Licorice for Frankenstein. Gummies soothe Cyclops find. Treats will bring these creatures joy, but when it comes to tricks, they will not toy. The boogeyman may break some bones, while the mummy may curse your home. The werewolf might rip and tear your flesh, while skeletons may sing a call for death. Zombie hordes smash down doors, and ravens cry their nevermores. So wary be when trick you choose. If the trick be a monster, you will surely lose. But since it is Halloween contract, you know the rules ahead of contact. As the night will draw to a stop, the monsters will return to their spot. A bag of candy will make them sleep until next year's trick or treat.
Bow, bow.
Bow bow! That one was sort of nice.
Really? I thought it was spooky because
They just like candy.
all the monsters were there.
But they just like candy.
Frankenstein,
Mhm.
werewolf, mummies, zombies, skeletons, boogeyman. No,
I think
no, that's too many.
I think out of everyone's tasting candy, I guess I'd probably be friends with Frankenstein since he likes licorice, but also Cyclops like gummies, and I think that's cool too.
Well, you know, sometimes there's like Cyclops girls.
Oh!
They're very cute, you know. They're like,
Yeah.
I only have one eye, so I'm sorry that maybe you're a bit scared of me, but you know, I'm a Cyclops girl, so I can't help that. It's very cute.
Very cute.
Right. Right.
Very cute.
Frankenstein. I feel like though Frankenstein likes the licorice.
Yeah, and that's why we're friends.
I don't know. I feel like Frankenstein would kind of hog it all. No.
I like Cyclops girls too, okay?
They're cute. Actually, maybe this is Cyclops girls and glasses girls are kind of the same.
Why?
Because the glasses girls are all shy and embarrassed too. Like,
Is it
I wear
just
glasses.
if it's a
What?
shy, embarrassed girl, you're good?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Right. I wonder what a Cyclops girl in a glass in a glass would look like.
What? Do you mean a Cyclops girl with glasses?
No, not glasses. Glass. A Cyclops girl wearing glass.
Hi.
Cause glasses implies that there's two. Right? A monocle. No glass.
Now I get it. I thought you meant like she was in a glass.
No.
And that's why I was confused, because that doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. Well, I guess that one maybe was a bit more kinder to the ruffians.
Candy. Just candy.
Maybe a little bit hungry. Well, maybe ruffians. Are you ready for the next story? I'll read this one, Moko-chan.
Okay.
Okay.
This one's gonna be nice. I know it.
Nice. Lots of candy and licorice and panda rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
No scary stuff.
Bow bow. This one is written by a ruffian by the name of James Akers. The silence of the ruffians. In a distant land now forgotten by time, long, long before the advent of any myths or promises, there once lived two sisters, the Abyss Dark twins, Mofufu and Komoko, in the small but cheerful village of Roughlandia. They lived together in the center of the village, surrounded by the love and adoration of all the other villagers, their faithful ruffians, as the twins called them. The sisters knew every ruffian well. Every morning, the village would be alive with bow-bows, which was a common Roughandian greeting, as the twins smiled and waved at each villager as they passed by. bow bow to the jolly baker ruffian who sold fresh treats at his stall, including their favorite sweet, the chewy and delectable Pond de Ruff, a Rufflandian classic. Well, if it ain't the FUWAMOCO twins, he'd say every morning, laughing as he stuffed generous helpings of Pond de Ruffs into their basket. And the twins would always protest, "That's too much! We can't accept that," before relenting and gratefully accepting their offerings. And bow bow to the kindly bookshop ruffian who owned a shop full of novels, magic ones, whose stories changed depending on the choices you made, and whose pages were full of gorgeous illustrations, as well as music that moved your hearts. Ah, my favorite customers, he'd say, the latest works already laid out and prepared for the twins. And lastly, bow bow to the music maker ruffians, a group of musicians that practiced every day at the village square. For, you see, the Albistark twins loved to sing and dance, and what's more, they loved to perform twice a month at the village square party where all the ruffians cheered them on stage. So they would all rehearse together in preparation for these performances, and any ruffian lucky enough to happen upon them would be treated to the fluffy, fuzzy harmony of the twins' singing voices. Later at home, Mofufu would cook a nice supper, soup usually, and just like that, another blissful, carefree day passed before they retired to their bunk bed at night. It was on one such day, a normal one like any other, that everything changed. Komoko, coming home, carried the basket full of Pond de Ruffs, tripped on a rock, and scattered the contents all over. "Komo-chan, are you okay?" asked Mofufu. "Gosh, you're so clumsy. Let me take a look." "I'm okay," said Komoko. "But look," she pointed at a runaway pond which was rolling toward the edge of the dark forest nearby. "Pond, pond, pond, pond. Come back!" cried Komoko, chasing after it. "No! Stop, Komo-chan! You're not supposed to go!" But Komoko was too distracted to hear her sister. And the deeper into the forest she went, the darker it got, until finally the ring snack stopped at the base of something round and white with wings and two tiny horns, the only features of some shadowy shape that Komoko could hardly make out in the gloom. "Why, hello there." Who are you?" Komoko stuttered. "Oh, I go by many names, but I suppose you could call me Mr. P." He picked up the Pond de Ruff and dangled it in front of Komoko. "I believe you're looking for this?" Komoko hesitated. Actually, no, thank you. I should head back." The mysterious shape laughed. "First, tell me one thing. Is this village important to you?" "Huh? Do you wish to protect it?" But before Komoko could answer, Mofufu arrived from behind, panting, and took her sister's hand. "Komo-chan, come on! It's dangerous here!" "Who are you talking to?" Komoko pointed. But there was nothing there. The next day, the twins woke up to a gray sky. But even such dreary weather wasn't enough to keep them down. They were as cheerful as ever, and they couldn't wait to say bow bow to the baker at his empty stall. "Where's the baker, ruffian?" asked Mofufu. "It's not like him to just leave his stall like this. I hope he's okay." The day only grew stranger as they walked through the rest of the village. "Mofufu, where is everyone?" "It's too quiet. We haven't seen a single ruffian yet." The bookstore was in even worse shape. Not only was the door closed, it was boarded up with several wooden planks. Mofufu thought she saw the face of the bookshop ruffian staring blankly down at them from the second-story window. But once she blinked, the face had vanished. Was she seeing things? The village square was no less deserted. The sisters waited there for a full day for a sign, any sign of any ruffian. But there were no music makers, no bookshop owners, and no bakers. We'll come again tomorrow, said Mofufu. They'll be here. Then we'll greet them with our loudest bow-bows. But the next day, there was nobody to greet, no bow-bows, no ruffians. So they tried again the next day, and the next, and the next. But still the ruffians never showed, and Rufflandia stayed empty, a village where only the twins existed. We have to go looking for them, said Mofufu. In the outside world, they need us to protect their smiles. But that means going through the dark forest. I'm scared. Me too, Komo-chan. But as long as we're together, we'll be okay. And so they packed their basket full with the last of the Ponderuffs and their favorite books and set off to look for the ruffians. No one knows exactly what happened to the two Albus Dark sisters after that. And though the exact location of Rufflandia has been lost to time, some say that the Dark Forest still stands to this day. So, who knows? The next time you find yourself in the woods, maybe if you wander in at a certain time and perk up your ears and really, really listen, you might hear the faint, distant bow bow, bow bow of the two Albus Dark sisters wandering, searching, still searching, forever searching for their beloved lost ruffians. They might just be closer than you think. Bow bow. Oh, sad.
I don't know what to make of that one.
Ruffians. You remember this one? This has a good meaning. Ruffians, you should always...
A good meaning?
Yeah, that you should always go to dark forests and listen really hard. Right.
Is that the meaning?
That's the meaning. That's the important
Sad
lesson
ending,
at the end
bad
of the story.
ending. I think the ruffians disagree with you.
Huh?
Don't go right now!
Not now. It's Halloween night. That's
Halloween night. Definitely don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, I liked Rufflandia.
I want to know what the Ponderuffs are.
Right, but like a village with only the ruffians.
Right.
Then that means that we can go to the ruffians' house whenever they're not expecting us. Alright. And just ball. Right?
Oh.
But getting all the Ponderuffs from the baker.
Are there
ruffians?
windows?
Windows? Huh? Well, if there isn't a window, we can just make one, right?
Time to board up the windows. Hi. No, I like the bookstore.
Right,
the magic
bookstore,
books.
the magic books, the music maker ruffians too.
I want to have a Ponderuff.
Ponderuff.
I wonder if it's a bit more like fuzzy. Like they have the fancy sprinkles that make things look sort of like matte and like fuzzy looking. Oh no, that's not food. That's nail art stuff. It just looks delicious.
Artwork for the claws, right?
Yeah. It looks delicious though. I imagine you could make a donut like that.
You could. I was thinking if it's a Ponderuff, wouldn't it be like a pixel, like an 8-bit?
Why?
8-bit Pondering.
Why?
Because then it'd have the rough corners. Right. Right.
Oh.
Huh?
I have a secret. Is it okay to share? So, I forgot, but this. The knock 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 sound. That.
Can you hear it well?
Can you hear it?
Who's there?
Are you watching, what's it? 16-bit sensation at all?
Well, there's a magic item in that show. And today, the knock knock is provided by the same magic item.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's providing our magic sound today.
The same copy. What is it?
But I don't think it will take us back in time.
No. In the show, they open it up and then they move back in time.
Yeah.
But today, it's providing knocking.
Yeah. You can hear the floppies kind of flopping around in there.
It was the closest thing that was the right sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
16-bit sensation.
It's a new item right now.
Yeah.
It's not spooky though.
No.
It's not spooky. Thank goodness for that. Yeah.
But it was sort of funny because we were watching it and we were like, wait! So we had to go grab it.
Now we just need a badly mannered dog to take it away from us.
In a park.
And we have to chase it after it.
Yeah.
And then it will take us back in time.
Right. That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So it should happen in real life, right?
Yeah.
I think that wasn't too spooky if you take out the spooky parts.
I don't know. Have you been able to take some deep breaths, ruffians? What have you competed dog? We're well-mannered demon dogs.
Well-mannered. We wouldn't just take something from your hands unless it was a pondering.
Yeah. Or a kitten.
Can't blame me. Look at my mouth.
My mouth is a bit more could fit a cat.
It looks like it could fit Pero.
I don't want to eat Pero.
No.
No. Ruffians, you're saying silly things. Bye-bye. Wow, Moko-chan, should we go on to the next spooky story here?
Is it spooky?
Spooky. Wow. Moko-chan, do you want me to read this one?
I'm nervous. I'll do my best later, okay? Okay.
Well, let's get ready for the next story here. This next story was written by a ruffian who goes by the name of Ita. The Smile. Clank, clank, clank. Why is this happening? What happened to you? Mokoko whispers as she clutches her chest. Her sweat-drenched hand frantically shifts around her for an object she can use to defend herself, but is met with only the cold, hard stone slabs in the darkness. Clank, clank, clank. The halls echo out a soul-piercing rattle as the steel ball journeys across the gaps in each stone tile. There's no rhythm to its haunting tone, only mimicking the staggered movements of its master. Clank, clank, dot. The noises had come to an abrupt stop. This was more frightening than the looming sound of her weapon amidst the silent darkness. Thoughts surged through Mokoko's head. Is she outside the door? Did she leave? Is my sister back? I miss my sister. Mokoko's ears perked up as a faint whisper looms nearby. Run. Moko-chan briefly escapes Fuwawa's lips. Fear, anguish, confusion. All of these emotions invade across Mokoko's mind as she attempts to upright herself to flee. Her body laden with distress refused any commands, leaving her unable to move. Fuwawa, why are you doing this? I'm your sister, Mokoko! Please! The elder sister shatters the decrepit door, burying herself from the younger pup. Splinters of wood were sent ajar, grazing across Mokoko's cheek. As the trickle of blood leaks from her face, she is reminded that this isn't some fantastical nightmare she'll soon awake from. What was in front of her was no longer the dear sister she'd share snacks with, the sister who'd pat her on the head and tell her everything will be all right, nor the sister she'd hold close on those cold winter nights. This was evil. This was death. Move! Move, you stupid leg! Move! She pounds on her leg with her fist clenched. Yet there was still no response. With every forceful swing, Fuwawa leers closer and closer. The footsteps stopped. She could feel the entity's gaze looming down from her overhead. She didn't want to look. She couldn't. To see the emotionless eyes of her beloved sister striking her down would kill her once over, and she was not something she could bear. She huddled into a ball and clutched her chest yet again. Huh? In her jacket's breast pocket, she felt an object inside. She quickly lifted its clasp, and in the palm of her tiny hand was Fuwawa's necklace gem. This is what Mama Puppy always told us to wear. Mokoko understood now. These gemstones were given to them since birth and have never been removed. They weren't merely for discern nor adornment. These were seals. Seals to prevent their demon blood from manifesting in our world. The fear-stricken pup closed her eyes once more. Mokoko, are you paying attention? Mama Puppy said in a soft yet stern tone. There were great sacrifices to create these for you too. If they ever become undone, you can reseal it, but... Her eyes shot open, but this time they weren't afraid. They were filled with something else. Was it determination? Stubbornness? No. This was something more powerful than those fleeting emotions. Mokoko pushed her back against the wall to prop herself upright, her eyes locked with the being that was within arm's length. As she lunged towards Fuwawa, Fuwawa responded in tandem by bringing down her rusted mace. The stiffness of the air brought about its ear-shattering silence. Mokoko looked down, seeing a reflective red glow of liquid pool underneath her. The pain strewn across her back dwarfed what she felt in her heart. Tears welled in her eyes as she wrapped her arms across her sister's neck and kissed her forehead. I love you, Fuwawa-nechan, she whimpered. Always. As Mokoko slumped onto the floor, a glow began to emit from the chain of Fuwawa's chest. The soullessness of Fuwawa's rose-pink eyes began to disperse, only to be greeted with regret as she looked down to see Mokoko at her feet. Moko-chan? Wake up! Moko-chan! Stop being still! As Fuwawa looked down at Mokoko, she noticed the red substance on her hands. Vague images of her pursuing her sister down these castle empty halls flooded her mind. She could taste the moment's bloodlust on her lips. Fuwawa began screaming louder and louder as she embraced Mokoko until her voice was hoarse. Why? 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 Fuwawa slowly released the face clasped in her hands. As her fingertips ran down her lips, she noticed something out of place. A smile. A joyous smile. You know why, Fuwa-chan? No time to delay. We have our other Avon friends next. They need to protect our smile after all. Bow, bow. Take you, Ita, bow, bow.
I didn't like that one. like that one.
Why not, Moko-chan? Why could you not have liked that one? Also,
I wonder why.
Ruffy's when Moko-chan says she doesn't like it, that's because she loves it.
Excuse me.
It just did the perfect thing, and it gave her a little bit of a scare.
Why?
Yeah. Why does Mokoko keep dying? Because
Is it because
that
I
would be
always
very scary.
it happens a lot in video games for me?
Ah, that's true. You do die in game over a lot, right? That's true. Usually Moko-chan's the one who's playing, so
I can't help it. It
the
just
fireflies.
happens. No,
That's right. That's right.
it's just I want to go see them. You know, one day, eventually, before my time is up.
Before your time is
It's totally normal, okay, ruffians?
Okay. You die in a video game, you die in the stories, yeah. Yeah. That was intense though. Mama Puppy story too.
Mama Puppy likes to tell stories.
Yeah. No, FUWAMOCO forever. FUWAMOCO forever. But in your stories, well, they're your stories.
FUWAMOCO forever!
They're your stories.
It sounds even better because...
Wait!
What?
Wait!
You interrupted me, but okay.
I did because if Moko-chan keeps on meeting her end in the stories, does this mean that the ruffians maybe want me to do more solo streams? That really hurts. It's a joke, Moko-chan.
I'm gonna say yeah.
No!
I'm
See?
gonna say yeah.
FUWAMOCO forever.
Look at them, now they're saying yeah.
Moko-chan! Ruffians. Ruffians. That's right, Moko-chan. You haven't had your time with the ruffians yet, have you? No.
Maybe not then. Are you ready to atone? Hi? Hi! I don't hear you. I don't hear you. That's not you. Yes? You atoned. Really though? You sure it's not just words? Cause I don't know about words. I think actions speak louder than words, but... You like FUWAMOCO together. But you like Mokoko, right? Right? You can't just give me Pawn the Rings and think everything's gonna be okay. Got it. Got it. You just got here? Oh yeah, I'm sure that's the truth. I'm sure that's how it is. Hi. You need to atone. Got it. Bye-bye!
Moko-chan.
Bye-bye!
You're so troublesome. Giving the ruffians a bit of a scare like that.
It's not a scare.
I don't know. Very spooky. Angry Moko-chan is the spookiest. Yeah.
That was the scariest one yet.
Oh, she was mean.
What?
Wow. I don't know.
You think it was well deserved?
Maybe
Yes,
we should
yes.
tell another spooky story.
Yes,
What's
yes.
that? Ah. Wow. Let's see here, Mokota. Do you want to read the next one out?
I should read the next one.
Or should I?
I'll read the next one then.
Okay. Okay.
I'll do my best then. But ruffians, you have to be nice, okay? Huh? You're gonna be nice, right?
They're gonna be nice.
Okay. This next story is called The Lost Caller. Thomas loved autumn. He loved going for walks in the seemingly endless sunsets. He loved watching the sky change from blue to orange as the trees, to red, and finally to a black sprinkled with the stars. Their light seemed to shine not only in the sky, but also on his breath as the warm air of his lungs met the cold of the night. As he walked, he pushed aside the fallen leaves with his feet, enjoying the sound of their rustling in the otherwise silent night. As he continued down the path, staring up at the stars above in amazement, he felt his foot collide with something. It wasn't a big thing, nor was it heavy, but it was large enough to cause him to trip, and the slickness of the ground caused by the wet fallen leaves left Thomas unable to hold his balance. He fell. Landing on the soft ground in a pile of leaves, Thomas was unharmed, but what was it he had tripped him? Still sitting on the floor, he groped around under the starlight, searching for whatever it was that had caught his foot. He took off his gloves to make the search easier and felt the cold air and wet leaves chill his fingers. Then, just as he was about to give up, his fingers found a new sensation. It was some sort of fabric, quite thick and rough. He ran it through his fingers and found it was circular in shape and had a small metal buckle. He brought it to his face to examine it as well as he could under the low light of the stars. It was a dog's collar. Surely it would not be too strange for someone to walk their dog along such a lovely path, so finding a dog's collar in such a place is no surprise, Thomas thought. So, why then is it that this collar makes me feel so uneasy? There was something strange about the collar. It felt too heavy, too large for any dog Thomas had ever seen. And surely the owner would notice if their dog somehow broke free from its collar, he thought. Though something did seem ominous about the collar, Thomas put it in his pocket. He could ask around the neighborhood tomorrow, see if anyone had lost it, then he could return it. And that would certainly set his mind at ease. He carried on his walk. At first, he was a bit apprehensive, but soon enough, he was back to kicking in the leaves and listening to the calm, almost ocean-like sound they made. Nearing the end of his walk, he stopped to look up at the stars one last time before he went home for the night. Strangely, even though his feet were still flat against the ground, the rustling of the leaves did not stop. Thomas stood, frozen in his fear, as he heard the sound grow louder and louder. There was someone, something behind him, and it was getting closer and closer. "Hello?" Thomas said, without turning his head, without moving even a muscle. There was no sound, just the sound moving closer. Thomas closed his eyes and took a deep breath. As he exhaled, he began to turn around, and with all his nerve, he forced himself to open his eyes and to see what was following him. In the low light, all Thomas could see was the silhouette of the biggest dog he had ever seen. Its paws seemed to disappear into the leaves and moved as black shadows stalking towards him. Thomas could find no courage to flee. He simply watched as the shadow edged ever closer to him. When it finally reached him, its mouth open wide, he saw rows and rows of razor-sharp teeth shine wetly in the starlight. Bye-bye! It started. Hi, mister. Have you seen a collar around here? I just started my demon guard dog training, but I lost my collar. Gosh, it's really not a good look for me if I show up to my second day of demon guard dog training and I've already lost my collar, you know? Without saying a word, Thomas reached into his pocket and retrieved the collar. He felt his nerves make him shake as he stretched out his arm to offer up the collar to the demonic guard dog. Oh! Thank you, mister! That's my collar. The dog took the collar in its mouth and in some unbelievable motion managed to flick its head back and wrap the collar around its own neck. That's all right, Thomas stammered, feeling his fear slowly give way. Without you, I definitely would have gotten the telling off, and worse, my sister would have laughed at me, you know, the dog said. Anyway, thank you again, human. You have a great week this week, okay? You can do it! Bye-bye! And with that, the dog ran back into the shadows, rustling the leaves as it ran with a new spring in its step. Thomas regained his composure. He looked back up at the night sky. A shooting star. The most clear and beautiful star he had ever seen shot across the night sky. He smiled. The demonic guard dog was right. It was gonna be a great week. Bye-bye! I like that one.
You like that one?
I like that one.
A very good ending.
It was very spooky.
An uneasy, unsettling collar. What would you do, Ruffians, if that was you? If you were Thomas?
Would you give it back? It's important to give back lost items if you can.
By the way, this the lost collar. This story was written by a ruffian with no name.
No name.
Spooky.
No name. Spooky.
Touch.
What?
Touch the ears.
Huh? You already
You
know
just
what
have
happens.
a collar. You have a collar. There was nothing to touch.
Hi. Hi.
Mame, no name.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew I'd have to explain it to you.
I'm not right there right now. You would keep the collar. Why?
Keep it. Are you gonna sell it? You're gonna be like this. This was it's a collar that's recognizable. Like that. Like that.
Would you do that? Sell it on second-hand sites? It's not okay.
So you
What?
smell it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Actually, I wonder what Moko-chan's neck smells like. What? What? It's okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Ruffians are scary. And Kuala is scary.
It is Halloween after all. Halloween is the night when you smell your sister's neck.
Hi.
No, I don't remember it being like that. No. Halloween's about scary, not about sniffing. Yeah.
Not about sniffing.
No.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Should we read another one, Moko-chan? Oh. Can I read this one, maybe?
Okay. Actually, the ruffians want me to read another one, right? Right.
You're getting a bit
okay?
A bit confident, not so scared. Yeah.
Is it okay? Okay, I'm gonna read it. This next story is by Ghosty, and its title is Pondering. In the night, there exists one, large and tasty, fluffy as a bun, oven-baked, chewy and sweet, very delicious, such a treat. Every night it comes to life, yearning for a place to stay, of houses where people lay. Under the cloak of night it rolls over, mochi covered, perfectly sweet. One at a time it begins to eat. Curtains fall on our tale of the monster known as Pondering. Certainly remember to lock your doors, or you might be the next offering. Just kidding.
Bye. No, I would prefer the pondering to be the offering to us. Not the pondering's offering.
Would you want to be eaten by a pondering?
Actually, now that I think about it, it'd be kind of nice.
It's sort of
fluffy. Become a bun. You know? I guess maybe Moko-chan, maybe you'd be better suited, because if I became a pondering, then that means that your tummy has to be exposed, right? I'm not really used to that, so maybe Moko-chan.
Wait, what?
You'd be better.
I'm very confused. What did you just say?
If you become a pondering, there's a hole in the middle, right? So then your tummy, you have to be okay with showing your tummy to everybody. And you already do that, Moko-chan, so... You can become the pondering.
Do you get it, ruffians?
Makes sense. Don't make that face of me, ruffians. Moko-chan, you're in the center of the pondering, right? You know, and you're pondering now. You're not a demon guard dog, so you don't have clothing. Why? But you're pondering, so ruffians, you get it right. I'm scaring you, but I'm not telling a spooky story right now. Why don't you understand? Why don't you understand? You're my sister, Moko-chan.
Are you speaking the same language as me?
That confused, huh?
I'm confused.
Happy Halloween!
Why don't I have clothing?
Because you're a pondering. Ponderings don't need shirts. They don't need pants, you know. No more headphones. Yeah.
But donut sauce.
Donut sauce, yeah, that's true.
Donut sauce.
Yeah.
That's one of the perks of being a pondering. Donut sauce.
Yeah.
Can't have donut sauce as a demon guard dog. No.
Yeah. That's giving us funny ideas. What?
It's time to scare them.
Yep.
Yeah. Scare them. It's time to scare them, okay?
Well, you know what's even scarier, ruffians? This is going to be the last story. Bye-bye. Pretty spooky, right? Thank you so much, ruffians, for writing so many spooky, scary, but very creative stories filled with love today.
We're so happy to read lots of them and see all the love and passion that you put into them.
Thank you so much, Ruffians.
Yay!
We really enjoyed reading them. It really
So creative.
filled our heart with all of your feelings. So thank you.
Yeah, lots of feelings. Very good.
Yeah.
Gold star.
Lots of feelings. Very good. Gold star. What is that? Why did you just say that, Moko-chan?
Because I did.
Silly. Thank you so much, Ruffians, and thank you for spending your Halloween
Thank
Eve
you.
together
We're
with
not done
us.
yet, though.
No.
No, so don't go away.
We have this one
can't
last
go away.
story. Huh?
But don't go away.
Huh?
Don't.
Stay, please.
Hi.
Well, I'll read out this last one here then. This next and final story here was written by a ruffian who goes by the name of J.M. Mr. Krabs. FUWAMOCO. Light, dark, order, chaos. That is truly what the twins represent. However, while all have a certain beginning, theirs was never certain. Some say the progenitor of these two dogs did not come from this world. It was only through the entropy brought forth by the void that birthed their existence. Some say they were the servants of God, casted out by eternal darnation thanks to their unfettered and unfaltered rebellion. Others believe they are the offspring of two greater demons. Even fewer believe that they are the split halves of the demon lord of hell itself, Lucifer. No one knows their true origin. What is known, however, is their upbringing. The twin demon dogs, determined to find their creator, wreaked havoc upon the world. Families ruined, cities destroyed, nations split unto civil war. But amongst all that, there was one hero that stood against their chaos. Their true name is unknown. However, the legend is known as the Handler of Orthos. While the rest of humanity sought revenge against the twins, the Handler instead showed compassion, a feeling alien yet appreciated by the twins. Humanity pointed spears at the twins, but the Handler instead pointed jerky. Humans wanted the twins outcast, but the Handler instead chose to keep them on a tight leash. The Handler, while kind, was also heavy-handed towards the twins. For every act of chaos and destruction they committed, the Handler restrained them and forced them to fix their errors twofold. However, on a lonely, rainy day, the twins committed chaos to the point of almost slicing the world in half, that not even the Handler could find a way for them to make up their sins. The earth was torn asunder by their actions, and the Handler was forced to imprison them forever. If the rumors were to be believed, some say that the Handler, in their final breath, mentioned two words: bad dogs.
Oh,
Balva!
that's a creepy story, huh?
Oh, the Handler of Orthos.
Oh.
Ruffians, are you a Handler?
Wait.
We're not the Handler for the Ruffians.
Wait.
I want to be the Handler for the
Are
Ruffians.
our brains working still? I'm not sure about that.
Thank you so much, Ruffians.
You were blessed.
You're just a dude.
Wait.
What? That's so
That's
rude.
rude. You
Don't
have to
call
give
yourself
yourself
that.
credit, okay?
Yeah, you're a Ruffian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
And again, thank you so much for all your submissions and amazing stories, okay,
Thank you,
Ruffians?
Ruffians. We really appreciate it. We wish we could have read out every single one.
But we had a lot of fun reading them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, we've had a lot of spooky fun here. Did you enjoy it, Ruffians? Are you feeling a little bit chilly?
Are you feeling sleepy?
Oh, bit too comfy. I wonder. You did enjoy it. Thank you. Bow, bye. Bow, bow. Bow, bye. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Bow, bow. Bow, bye. Wow, Moko-chan, shall we head back to the studio then? Bow, bye. All spooky Halloween activities, including our spooky stories, all written by you. Thank you. Well, Moko-chan, we have another stream coming up tomorrow, right?
We do it. If you haven't caught it yet, we have lots of streams this week.
Did you know?
Did you notice?
Did you figure it out?
It happened. I don't know how, but it happened. But our next stream, you might know. Our next stream is FUWAMOCO morning. There we go.
It's not a small FUWAMOCO morning.
No,
it's a big FUWAMOCO
A
morning.
normal FUWAMOCO morning.
Because it's Wednesday. Wait, I just said it's big. You're saying it's normal? What the heck, Moko-chan? Yeah, it's FUWAMOCO morning 38. So we hope that you'll wake up bright and early. Even though it's kind of a late Halloween night. Wait, Ruffies, you don't have any more plans, right?
Right. It's late.
You're going to bed right after this like a good ruffian, right?
Yeah.
No matter
And
what time of the world it is.
FUWAMOCO is going to be good too, okay?
Yeah!
We promise.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at our very busy week coming up here too.
The Dan.
It is officially November 1st in a few hours.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Didn't the year just start, Ruffians?
Right.
But we have a lot more fun to start off November with. On Thursday, we're gonna be starting out on the brand new Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Wait, I call it Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Is it Super Mario Brothers
Wonder or
Bros? I think Bros. Wait, otherwise it sounds like the Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and then you're like, what?
What are they wondering? Hi.
Why'd you just stop for a while?
Is it brothers?
Yeah.
I bit my tongue.
Ow.
Is it brothers or bros?
It's probably Bros. Yeah. But we're gonna do our best together. We're playing it together. Maybe it should be Super FUWAMOCO Sisters Wonder.
Ponder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
What did you say?
Super FUWAMOCO Sisters Wonder. We can't get it. Maybe it's time for FUWAMOCO to get some sleep too, huh?
We have a busy rest of the week. I know we talked about having another gorilla stream. It's not really a gorilla stream.
It's not really a gorilla
It just didn't get added to the schedule. Now we realize, so then it's gonna get added. But
I'm not too. Can we just tell the ruffians? It's on our other senpai schedules too, Moko-chan. I think we're just kind of silly.
Maybe.
Yeah. On Friday morning. I'm
Right.
pretty sure. Yes, that's what makes sense. There's gonna be a pre-party for the Minecraft Sports Festival.
Yes.
The hololive
So
Sports
that's
Festival.
before FUWAMOCO morning.
Before FUWAMOCO morning. But FUWAMOCO is still not too sure what time it is.
But we'll be there.
We will be there. So we hope, ruffians, that maybe if you feel like waking up extra early because you're just so excited, it's a brand new Friday.
We will be there.
We will be there. We're very excited to be able to have a pre-party all together with our JP senpai, EM senpai, ID senpai, you know, and be able to chat with a lot of them that maybe we haven't chatted with, right? You'll be there.
We'll be there.
But on that note, on Saturday at 2 a.m. PT or 6 p.m. JST, there's gonna be the hololive sports festival. We're really, really happy and honored to be able to participate. Of course, it's our very first time, and we are on the red team. Together, we're on red team B. Bibu's on red team A, but on
red team B.
We're red team B. Yeah, and red team B we have Meru senpai and
Aki senpai.
And Ao, Ina senpai, Kali senpai,
And then
and us.
Right.
So we're gonna do our best. It's gonna be fun for sure.
But don't forget, because
After that, at 6 p.m. PT and at 10 a.m. JST, we're gonna be having another FUWAMOCO party. So we hope that you'll join us for that. After red team's victory, of course, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And the victory will be all because of us.
Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank
Thank you so much, Muffin.
you.
I hope you had a really, really good Halloween. We did too. Halloween.
Halloween.
Thank you so much, Muffin. Wow. We really, really, really wanted to be able to chat about a whole bunch of Halloween things. You know, what kind of candy that you've been eating, or maybe Halloween cake. Is that a thing? Maybe.
I don't know.
What kind of costumes maybe you wore, or maybe in the past. But we are wondering, Ruffians, is it okay if we send you to bed early? And then we'll follow closely behind too, right?
Yes.
Not separate. Yeah.
I can't believe you made me agree to that.
Sorry, Boko-chan. I'm horrible, I know.
I think maybe we're just a bit loopy.
Oh, we are silly sisters, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Misunderstanding clear. No,
No,
you understand
it's
right
clear
now.
right now.
It's
cleared.
Yeah. But we'll have a nice, big, long chat on Thursday.
What day is it?
I don't like this, Ruffians. I don't like this.
Oh.
After Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Well, we'll see about that.
But I guess there's gonna you'll have to
We'll
join
see
us for
about that.
FUWAMOCO morning, okay?
Aye.
We'll see you there, okay,
We're
Ruffians?
sorry we can't do it today.
Yeah, I wanna
We hope
talk
you
about so many
understand.
things.
We'll still talk about it, but just a bit later, okay? Okay.
Thank you so much for understanding, Ruffians. Well, we'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for FUWAMOCO morning.
Yay!
Bye-bye!